my esteemed viewers all over the world, this is BBI Channel 1. I welcome you on today's episode on Matters Arising. Matters Arising, as you all know, is a program designed to bring you uncensored information. Right here, we see it, we say it. That is the way it goes right here. We are not here to be politically correct, but we are here to empower you with the right information. Don't forget that information is power. Today, I'll be considering the bill as presented or sponsored by one Senator, Sabi Aliyu Abdullahi. He is a APC senator from Niger State, and he has presented a bill proposing death by hanging for hate speech offenders. This bill has caused a lot of reactions and mixed feelings among Nigerians today. Many people have termed it a bill targeted at oppositions or targeted at suppressing free speech in Nigeria today. A lot of people have come up to, present their own line of argument as against the passage of that bill into law in Nigeria. Don't forget that Nigeria is still under democratic dispensation, and people are worried as Nigeria is being watched sliding gradually into tyranny. That is what a lot of people are against. Now, before I go further into this program, I want us to refresh our mind on what this word hate means, and what is it to be considered as hate speech. Hate means to have animosity or direct hostility against some people, some race or ethnicity or religious beliefs, gender, and the rest of them, and making or expressing that hatred through media platforms like the social media or other secular media platform is termed hate speech. Now, what is the motivational factor? What is the underlying factor that motivated this senator to present this bill at the floor of the Senate? Because people will always say, or I will say also, that in every good morning, there is how are you. For every how are you to be responded, then somebody must have said good morning to you. So before the senator have thought about presenting this bill to the Nigerian Senate, something motivated it. And this is my own conclusion or my own perception as the underlying factor that motivated that bill. Number one, it is no longer a news about the current hostility, current havoc, menace, and ransacking of villages by Fulani herdsmen. It is not also a news that many Nigerians have, laid their earbuds, have expressed their total displeasure and total rejection of the activities of the Fulani herdsmen. Now, could it be that all these earbuds against the suppressive and continuous, ransacking of villages by Fulani herdsmen without adequate action from the government to curtail this menace in Nigeria today? In various villages and communities across Nigeria today, they are experiencing continuously the Fulani menace. It is now becoming a nightmare, and people wonder, why is it that they have not been proscribed as the way the Biafran agitators, the IPOB, was proscribed for peaceful protesting for their self-determination? Now, that is a different ball game. I'm going to come to that if need be. But still on track on what I'm talking about, hate speech. What propelled this senator to propose this bill, to present this bill at the floor of the Senate by APC? Let us quickly have a flashback before I proceed. Let us quickly have a flashback on 2015 general election. Yes, let us have a flashback at what transpired prior to that election, so that you don't say I am the one that said it. Read for yourself. I'll be right back. You've seen it, you read it by yourself. Is that a love letter? Could this be considered a hate speech? Your thought is good as mine. Now, if the beneficiary per se of what will be considered hate speech today is not proposing a bill against anyone that will speak out against the Fulani havoc or the inadequacies in the government. Now, the problem is not just only the Fulani herdsmen ransacking villages and, killing people without discrimination. Once they come into the village, they start killing anything that moves. Now, the problem is not just the activities of the Fulani herdsmen, destroying farmlands and ransacking villages, but the inaction of the government in place, the inaction of the government to curtail this continuous and unending havoc or clash between the Fulani herdsmen and the farmers on the various communities. We have seen some of the government position as to how to handle the Fulani herdsmen. People who are killing people who on record have killed over 5,000 people in Nigeria, across Nigeria, since 2015. These people are armed with AK-47 and other sophisticated weapons. Yet, nobody has been arrested, nobody has been prosecuted, nobody has been sentenced in connection with all these killings. Rather, what we're seeing on the news is disarming vigilantes across Nigeria. Vigilantes that are there to secure some communities, or local vigilantes or hunters that have license to arms. That is the current news on ground, whereby the IGP have ordered that every licensed arms bearer should return them back to or hand them over to the police, or raid will be carried out and that person will be prosecuted for unlawful possession of arms. That is what we are getting right now. But people are reacting to that as to why is it that the people who are carrying sophisticated weapons committing atrocities have not been, tried to disarm them. The government has not shown in concrete terms, in practical terms, in curbing the activities and the menace of the Fulani herdsmen. That is the situation on ground. Now, people will now ask, between hate speech and hate actions, which one deserves death sentence? Now, let me also take you back to this video. I'll be right back.
Yes, I wonder if you would tell us how you intend to approach it with particular reference to the amnesty, bunkering, and inclusive development. Thank you.
Inclusive government.
Inclusive government. How you include, women, youth.
I see. Yes. I hope you have a copy of the election results. Naturally, constituencies, for example, that year gave me 97%, cannot, in all honesty, be treated on some issues with constituencies that gave me 5%. Cannot, in all honesty, be treated on some issues with constituencies that gave me 5%. I think this is a political reality.
This video was taken in America shortly after Buhari was declared the president-elect as the outcome of the 2015 presidential election. He made this speech. It is widely seen across all those who saw that video. Everyone saw that video, talking about 5%, 75% that voted for him, and those that he will favor and those that he will not favor. And the attitude, not just the body language, the attitude and direct reaction, as in the appointments, the projects, the activities of government generally, the Southeasterners especially, the Southeasterners and other Southern Nigerians are crying foul. Marginalization being skewed out from practically every government activities in Nigeria today. Could that be called a practical hate action as against hate speech? You read that for yourself, what transpired or what was said prior to that 2015 election, and what the president-elect then, now the president of Nigeria, said after he was declared president-elect as the outcome of the 2015 general election. Now, put all these things together. Many people have now come up to say, this senator, even the Nigerian Senate that is even looking into those deliberating or discussing that bill at the floor of the Senate, is it that they don't have any other thing to do? Is it that every other bill that is meant to be passed have all been passed? Is it that there is nothing more to do in Nigeria than to suppress the voice of the ordinary people through the bill to, they call it hate speech? Tomorrow, somebody will come up today and say what I'm saying today is hate speech, because you are trying to say it the way it is. You're trying to bring out the real issue, the facts as the way they are. I think if things are allowed this way in the nearest future, I bet you Nigeria will be something else. Honestly speaking, Nigeria, I don't want to make any exaggeration or try to say anything out of the line, but I tell you, if these things continue this way, anarchy is knocking around. That is just the long and short of it all. Yes. Now, the senators, you are considering that bill, Abby? Okay. Now, have you considered the bill to hang or to prosecute or to propose, rather, death by hanging for corrupt politicians who siphon public funds, public officers who siphon public funds? It is not the news in Nigeria. Left, right, and center. Money are being laundered in billions. Money that was meant to provide basic education, infrastructural facilities, medical services, and the rest of them. Good lives for the people. People are siphoning that money in billions of dollars. Some stacking them in houses, in the farms, on the ground, and the rest of them. Even the ones that have been discovered, nobody have ever been sentenced. Nobody has been prosecuted for that. In fact, the one I just heard about the NPC boss, that the court gave him leave to travel abroad for medical attention. While in the same Nigeria, somebody that is also being accused of corruption or mismanagement of fund or laundering of whatever public fund, that is the person of Orisameto, was brought to court. The court asked they should bring him even on stretchers, even if he's on life support, he must be brought to court. In the same Nigeria, and people are talking about hate speech and hate action. People are talking about proposing bill to hang those who are speaking out against what is not going right in Nigeria today. It is happening. It's a clear thing there. There's no two ways about it. Have they proposed the bill to hang or prosecute any politicians whom their children are schooling abroad while the schools in Nigeria are on strike? Have they proposed the bill of politicians and public office holders who fly abroad for medical attention while the Nigerian hospitals are in shambles? Have they proscribed or have they proposed bill that will curtail the kind of corruption in Nigeria today? Today, animals are swallowing and being accused of absconding with the public funds. All in Nigeria happening. Only in Nigeria these things are happening. And somebody is trying to say hate speech. I bet you, maybe after this video, somebody will knock at my door and say, yes, we are coming after you because you have made hate speech. My people, it is left for you to sit up, or else we always slide back into what I consider anarchy. That is where I'm wrapping it up on today's edition. More of this will be coming up. We'll be talking about a lot of things that are happening on matters of rising. And for you to get more notifications, updates, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and share this video so that it will get across to everyone. So that everyone's eyes will be open. Because information is power. There's no other way that I can empower you rather than giving you the right and adequate information. Those of you who have known this, I bet you should take that to the next person by sharing it. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter. You can visit our website for news updates, www.bvichannel1.com. From the description below, you have our apps. We have Windows, we have iOS, and we also have Android. Download them and you have all the information at the tip of your finger. Till I come your way next time, I still remain associated with Peters, saying, stay blessed and above all, stay safe. Goodbye.